55. Welcome to episode 55. It's not 54.
Oh, it's not 50.
Oh, hello, little girl. Do you remember that?
Oh,
I can count all the way to 55. One, two and a half.
Is that the same guys that are like,
14.
but I am late tired? Like, it sounds the same.
I think it was probably the same guys, like E-Bombs World.
Yeah.
Shout out E-Bombs World.
That's the video I played earlier. It was from
Isn't that
E-Bombs
crazy?
World. Weird.
So
Only
weird.
90s kids will remember.
Only ancient dinosaurs I remember. But welcome to episode 55, guys. My name is Bruce.
I'm Carly.
And together we're a couple of issues. And you're in the koi pond. Oh, I thought I heard reverb. I was like, how did she do it? Dude, I literally went outside of my body on that. In that sense, let's roll that intro,
right.
Carl.
Couple of issues.
It's a beautiful koi pond.
Oh, okay.
I don't know any more lyrics.
We're in a good mood this week.
Yeah.
I think last week I was very on edge.
We were both it's weird. We were both like frustrated, but by the time it was over, we were both good.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
I know, yeah, that really helped. I mean, couples therapy.
I guess. Welcome to couples therapy, guys.
I guess that's a really good thing. If we do something together for an hour and we talk and we feel better after, I think we're on the right track.
I think so.
If we did that and we're like, I can't fucking do that another week. It'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't think you guys are meant to be together.
It's funny because sometimes like I don't want to do the freaking podcast, but then once we do it, I'm like, it's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like once we're in it. It's always when I have to do something. It doesn't matter what it is. Like if Aaron and I have a brand deal to film tomorrow, no matter what it is, I dread it. Even though it's that's what your goal is.
Job. It's that job.
It's so dumb. It's
But
the
at the same
easiest
time, it's
job
like-
in the world.
I think also it's like, because we know all the stuff we have to do to set up and break down
Yeah.
and upload and then
So if
all
anyone
the
wants
little stuff.
to do all of that for us,
Seriously.
give us ideas.
Couple of issues podcast at gmail.com. You want to come intern? We'll give you college credit.
Can we do that?
I don't
Do we
know.
have the power to just do that?
Why not?
Oh my God.
We're
please.
a business.
True. Oh my God, you're right. If anyone's, oh my God, I would die. Would that be real? Like, is this real life?
I'm being
Somebody
dead
could
serious.
really come here and
My
just,
old studio, I used to have high school kids intern, the best. Like ones that could get like credit for their high school.
and they actually want to be doing it because
And
it's like
wanna
they're
be
excited
doing
about it.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah.
Oh my God.
The hardest part is sometimes you're like, what do I have them do? You know?
Yeah.
Here we'd have you do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. But it's not hard stuff.
No.
It's just like we get annoyed by it because we have so many other things. This is like our side thing that we're doing.
Yeah.
So it's like, ugh.
I'm like, yeah, it's our side thing. Wait, what? It's my main grind.
It's like us. Like we're our side bays, right?
Yeah. Wait, what?
Oh, I don't know.
I know.
Bruce let out some gas.
Well, Bruce,
Let's be honest.
Well, Bruce popped out there. I'm going to be honest with you.
And I wonder if you can hear it
Is
in
this
the
coffee?
podcast.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought I heard it through the headphones.
I think I did too.
Noise
but
canceling,
sorry,
but they're
guys.
not scent canceling.
I don't smell anything.
So, we have a story to tell you guys.
we have a couple stories.
A couple stories that might lead into each other. Also, you guys sent in a lot of emails about scams. Sorry, there have been a lot of people scammed in
Oh
the
my
koi
God.
pond.
So many. Like the first day that our podcast came out, I went to our email and there was already
Yeah.
a bunch of emails. I was like, oh my God, but thank God because this will be fun to read.
Yeah, so we picked out a bunch. We're going to talk about them. I just remembered yesterday a bunch of different ones that happened throughout my life.
Okay.
But I do want to talk about, I mean, maybe it's a scam in the process.
Yeah. I know what you're going to say.
Our laundry broke, our washer broke 3 weeks ago.
Oh my.
About
yeah.
3 weeks ago. Mind you, this has been an ongoing problem where the washer will just not do a spin cycle. It won't drain. So obviously something is wrong with the washer if it's doing that. The guy came over the one time with Carly and he just ran it until it worked. Just kept trying. He said, just keep trying and it'll eventually work.
Yeah. Well, they came okay, this is the third time it's happened. You said that, right?
Yeah.
The first time he did something. He pulled the thing out, the whole washing machine. We have a washer and dryer in our unit, and we're renting. So
One
to
of those
set the
stacky
scene,
boys.
yeah. So they're stacked. So they're one
Washer
unit.
down low, dryer on pot.
top, on pot. You say on pot.
Dryer on pop.
Dryer on pots. And the first time he came, he did fix something. The second time he came, made me feel like an idiot. He just kept doing something, and it started working. He's like, nothing's wrong, and I was like, great.
Was it
At
that same
least
guy?
it's fixed. Yeah.
Okay.
It was the same goddamn guy. And then, this is the third time, I put in a maintenance request the second it happened.
We got to back up what happened. A series of events leading up to it.
Okay, let's do it.
Bruce has a tendency. I know there's people out there who do this because I have friends that do this. But I'm one of those guys that I will leave my stuff in the dryer because we don't have an ironing board here and an iron, and I love my stuff
not wrinkly.
Not wrinkled. And instead of just taking it out when it's immediately dry, I'm usually like drying and doing something else, and then I'm like, oh, it's too late. It's all wrinkled now. I'll just keep running it
until I use it.
Until I use it.
Yeah,
and then Carly's like,
you.
I'm throwing your stuff in the garbage because it's been sitting in the dryer for 2 weeks. But same thing kind of happened with the washer. The washer broke. The water was like filled. The whole thing was filled. So like all my stuff was just completely soaked. I would have had to like completely like
wring it out.
And then I didn't know what to do with it because I don't want to take wet clothes somewhere. Plus it's like super heavy in a bag.
I had to do it once and I put them in suitcases because it was so heavy. Like I rolled 2 suitcases to David's house. But you didn't even think to because it was just like, oh, we're going to get it fixed probably in the next couple of days. And we'll just run the washer.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But then it was like a week. And then I was like, okay, at this point I should have taken care of it. But I was like, they'll be here.
Yeah.
So it was like partially my fault, but also partially like, they should be here. Carly put a request in.
Right.
3 weeks goes by.
Yeah.
And the guy shows up and goes, you have to take the clothes and the water out of this before I can fix it. But I do know what I need to fix it, right?
He said, oh, I can't fix it today. I need to order parts. And I already
get your clothes and water
also get the clothes and water out. Yes. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I was already getting annoyed. And I was like, can I go get the parts somewhere and just you fix it? I just need it fixed today. And this was like over a week ago.
Yeah. So I take the clothes out. They smell awful, obviously. We won't disclose where those clothes are at now. Rest in peace.
Bye. They're gone.
But then he was like, you got to get the water out too. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense to me. There's definitely a pump. That's how they do it. It's not the like 1700s where you're like scooping water
with
out.
a bucket or something.
So this guy shows up. Carly, God bless her. I'm going to say God bless her soul. God bless her. She was dealing with this guy all week, trying to contact our landlord who was not relaying messages or something. You were getting a hold of some people.
Yeah. And to set the scene a little bit more, I was calling almost every single day, being like, why can't someone come fix the washing machine? And they were like, they have the system we work with hasn't dispatched someone. And I kept being like, well, can you do it? Like, I don't understand. So even just getting someone here was such a process.
Yeah.
So then he came, said all that stuff, left. He said, you can call me during the week.
This is a week ago.
This was 1 week ago. He's like, you can call my phone during the week and see if the parts have come in or whatever. So I did that every single day. I was like, hey, are the parts here, the parts here, the parts here. I was on his ass because nobody would ever respond to me. Ugh. Okay. So then Friday comes and he says, I have the parts. I can come tomorrow.
What did you say? I have a party. I'll come tomorrow.
I have the parts.
Oh, I have a party. I come tomorrow.
I have a party. And we were like, thank God. So we wait around all day. And finally, Saturday. On the next day, 4 or 5 o'clock?
Didn't go to a fair because we're waiting for this guy.
We didn't. We didn't go to a fair. We didn't do anything. We were about to go out to eat. And then he called and says, I'm on my way. Okay. Mm-hmm. Thank fucking God.
Yeah.
Mind you, we can't do laundry or anything. I actually went to a laundromat. I've never done that before. It's kind of a fun experience. Whatever. And he shows up. I open the door. He looks at us and he goes, oh, I'm at the wrong place. I don't memorize people and buildings. And I go, what? I go, I don't know what you mean right now. And he goes, yeah, I don't have the parts for your washing machine. I go, then why? I don't remember the exact conversation. But I was like, then why did you say that you had them? Now at this point, I was like crying because I was so. I ended up crying. Yeah. I was so frustrated.
I was trying to stay out of it. I was like, I'll let Carly take care of this, because she's been talking to this guy, and I don't want to like chime in and get angry. Well, I got very angry, and I'm not being offensive. I'm going to do his exact voice and the way we were talking, because it'll make a lot more sense when you understand the communication we were trying to have with this guy. So he goes, I don't have the parts. I have to leave. I don't have it. I'm sorry. I have to go. And I'm like, hold on. What's going on here? And you walked away. And I'm like, okay. He's holding a part in his hand. I was like, what is that? And I was like, that's not a part for our machine. And he goes, no, this is not the parts for your machine. I don't know names. She calls me. She says, oh, I have water. It's not raining. Oh, and then another person. Oh, I have water. It's not raining. How am I supposed to know that it's your place? And I'm. This is for Sherman Oaks. I'm not in the right place. I need to go there. And I'm like, hold on. Are you blaming us that you can't keep track of people? I was like, that's your business. That's literally your job is to keep track of. And I was like, I didn't have this conversation, so I apologize. But why wasn't it said like, okay, are you this person with this? Like,
but you even heard me on the phone.
Yeah,
I was like, I said our address. I was like, I'm the one with the water that won't drain. You came here last week, and you confirmed.
100%.
So
I'm like trying to figure it out. I'm like, okay, what is going on here? So now he's getting heated, and he's going, I have all this and blah 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 blah. And he goes, did you drain the thing? I was like, no. And I was like, we're not going to drain it ourselves. I was like, so you're telling me you don't have a pump? He's like, I would scoop it just like you would. I was like, no, I know you have a pump. And he's like, well, yeah, I have a pump, but in the apartment, now he walks in, he looks at it, he's like, well, with the rug, I'm not sure, and he's kind of like bullshitting us. And I'm like, what are we doing here? And then so as I'm like, I'm getting very angry because I'm like, dude, we just need to know, like, what do we do here if you're telling us, you can't keep track of all this stuff. So how do we know what to tell you?
Yeah.
And he looks at Carla and he goes, he's not understanding what I'm saying. And I was like, don't talk like I'm not here.
Yeah.
I was like, look at me. Like, I'm saying to you, I completely understand. It's confusing. You're not good with names. And then I shit you not. He starts to go.
This is so funny
He goes,
in that retrospect.
Look, I have the best. This is really funny.
I know.
He stood right here and he goes.
Literally standing right here.
And he goes, listen, I've been to my doctor years. I love this doctor. Do I know his name? No. It's a condition I have. I don't remember names, but as soon as the door opens, I see her face. I go, I'm at the wrong place. This is not where I'm supposed to be.
I'm like, what?
So I said, what do we do here? And he goes, I don't know. You don't talk to me. Why you call me and I'm supposed to expect to know? And I was like, yeah, you're supposed to know because you talked to her all week. You talked to her this time. He goes, I came a week ago. I came to part, blah, blah, blah. You need to talk to your people. So I'm like, oh my God. I was like, okay, how do we do that? How do we do this in the future? Do we need a number to tell you, hey, we're invoice number 654? And he goes, yes. I was like, then why didn't you tell us that?
Oh my God.
I was like, then tell me what I'm supposed to write down. He goes, okay, I'll give you a work order. Gives us a work order. And then he goes, and contact these numbers. And he gave us, there were 6 numbers. So I'm like, great, this is going to be fun.
A disaster.
Yippee
It was just like,
day.
it was the worst way to talk to a customer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I don't remember faces and people and
How
places.
am I supposed to remember
like,
you?
You can't say that. Like,
Are we not memorable enough for you,
say
bro?
That.
So we come off of this, and David's like, actually, should we take a break?
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break. We need to talk about something. Constipation, abdominal pain, and bloating. You tell yourself it's not that bad. You take laxatives and modify your diet and exercise routine, but thinking about it all the time is frustrating. Do you find yourself making up excuses instead of admitting to people that you don't want to go out because you're worried about leaving home? Despite your best efforts to feel better, your symptoms keep coming back. If this feels all too relatable, you are not alone. If your gut symptoms return again and again and you don't know why, it may be time to seek help. Like 13 million others, you might have a real medical condition called irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C. To get more info about your symptoms and IBS-C, go to ohmygut.info/podcast. Learn about your constipation, abdominal pain, and bloating. And if you're ready, find out ways to talk to your doctor or access one online. That's ohmygut.info/podcast. ohmygut.info/podcast. Sponsored by Allergan and Ironwood.
So we were both really frustrated after this. Like, I cried.
Yeah.
Because I was really frustrated. And you were just frustrated, obviously, too. And I was like, okay, David got his wisdom teeth out the day before. It was tragic. He got really messed up.
Dobrik.
Yeah, our friend David Dobrik. And he texted everyone who was there in a group chat and was like, hey, can you guys stop by tonight before the sun goes down? I need to reshoot the very beginning. Somehow it got deleted. And I was kind of like, okay, thank God we can like get out, hang with friends. We'll, take the edge off a little bit. Maybe we'll be happier, getting out of the apartment. So we get there, and I'm still heated. Like, everyone who was there, I was just, like, yelling this story. I was like, and then he said this, and I'm so confused. Like, I just need the thing fixed. It's been 3 weeks. And he goes, David comes out. He's like, all right, let's go shoot this real quick. And it was outside, like, where we originally shot it. And what?
I just need to make a little note. While they went outside, I was like, I don't need to be a part of this. I'm going to eat a lot of Oreos and stuff my face with those.
Yeah.
Continue.
And so David's filming Aaron and I, and he was filming us chatting about the wisdom teeth because like he was going into the bit again. So like everything made sense. And we walked down the driveway and he goes, oh, by the way, I got you this. And it's just a fucking Tesla. It's a Model 3 Tesla that I have been literally wanting for months now. Like every day I look at the website, I try to build one and like see which one I like. I've been obsessed with this exact one that he got me. And I was floored. Like I had no idea. It was like the nicest thing that has ever happened to me.
You see a black Tesla with a bow on it, and you know it's not Aaron's.
Well, he goes, I got you this. Like, he said something like that.
What was your first thought when you saw that?
I was just like, are you fucking serious? Like, I had no denial that it was mine, that he was surprising me with it. I just couldn't believe that's how it happened. Because usually with David, I'm sure if you're listening or watching, you probably watch his videos, I'm assuming. But if you don't, he always sets it up. Or when being around him, like, you can kind of tell when he's setting something up, like a surprise or anything. And it just was so quick. It wasn't like, hey, can we film something outside in my car? It was like so believable that he got the footage deleted, or the footage got deleted. And it was just so like, wait, what? Yeah. I literally went from being so frustrated to being so happy. And I didn't know what to do with myself. I couldn't even like, people were talking to me and I didn't know what I was saying back. Yeah. Oh my God, I was so happy. And I'm still so happy. Like, we got it, this happened on Saturday. It's now Monday. No, yeah, it's Monday.
I'm still happy about it.
Well, I'm still like, all I want to do is go in my car and drive around.
I know.
Like the next day,
so nice.
The next day we just drove everywhere.
I know.
We went, even tonight it's like, he was going to walk to Starbucks. It's literally around the corner. I was like, I'll drive you.
Dude, it's so nice.
It's so nice. And it's just, I don't know, it's awesome. I was literally going to get one and it's nice that I don't have to now.
So a quick shout out to David.
Yes.
SeatGeek.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, SeatGeek.
Yes, thank you, SeatGeek.
And Jason.
Jason drove it from Orange County, so it was like an hour. So that was really sweet. And Bruce just had Oreos in his hand when the camera went to him.
All the footage, like people are reposting like tweet pictures, and then you see like my cheek like bulging out. And I'm like,
I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait, does Bruce know? Like, I thought you and everyone knew.
Idea.
You were. I feel like you were just as shocked as I was.
I literally almost dropped the Oreo out of my mouth. I was like, my jaw was on the floor. It was crazy.
Oh man,
that's the coolest thing.
It's so cool, and it's so weird. Like when you're around him, and he gets people's cars often, like surprises him. And it's all when you're around it, you're just like, oh, classic David getting people cars. But then when he gets you one, it's so weird. It just feels like, oh no, you just did so much. I don't want to take this kind of thing. Yeah. It's almost like, not that I don't deserve it, but it's just like, why would you do that for me? So, but obviously, like I know it's good for him, obviously, but it's a very mutually beneficial relationship. I don't know. It's really crazy, and and now you want one really bad.
I know. It's so nice.
You wanted one when I was wanting one, but now I feel like yours is way worse. It's so weird going from driving a Tesla to driving a car. Yeah. It's so weird because like there's no engine in a Tesla.
Driving a gas vehicle.
A gas vehicle. Yeah, sorry. A gas vehicle. Just a car.
It's like Teslas are cars,
because there's no engine. So when you hit the gas in a Tesla, you hit the...
Dude, those things are fast.
Electricity, you hit the pedal in a Tesla, and it just go, and like you...
Lightning strikes, and it hits the kite that you're flying.
That's how the Teslas work.
And you get shocked, and you drive.
And you drive really fast. But you just accelerate, and it just is so immediate. It's so fun. It feels like you're going really fast, but you're going like 40. But it's like, it feels like a roller coaster.
No, it kicks quick though.
It does.
You go like 0 to 40 quick.
Yeah. It feels like a roller coaster when you're on one that just shoots off right away. Yeah. That's literally what it feels like.
Incredicoaster shout out.
Yeah, Incredicoaster. That's exact. 1, 2, 3, go! Or is it 3, 2, 1? 3, 2, 1, go! Yeah.
Drove his Ferrari. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that or not, but Heath and I took it out for a little joyride. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That
now
thing.
you want that too.
I want a Ferrari and a Tesla.
Which one do you want more?
I almost said a Ferrari.
A Tesla, obviously. An electric Ferrari.
A Tesla. I'm not. I don't know.
It's just like too crazy to get a Tesla.
So
I mean, a
weird.
Ferrari.
Yeah, we're in his fucking Ferrari convertible. Heath's like, you gotta drive it because Heath was driving it. And he's like, I'm gonna let you drive. And like pulling up to a red light, and like you just feel people looking at you, and you're just kind of like, I don't know either.
I don't know why I'm in this.
And like when you go, and like especially when we're going like under an underpass,
yeah.
and it like you just kind of kick the gas and like, or you know what I mean, like, and it's just the noise. You're like, whew. And whenever I would drive past people and they would do that, I'd be like, oh, shut the fuck up. Now I was like, I was telling her, I was like, dude, I like kind of went for it. And I was like, whew, little chub there. Oh. Sorry, mom and dad.
That's so interesting that, yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't have like any interest in a Ferrari. Do you think if I drove it, I would like it or would I not?
No.
I hate loud cars like that. I'm just like, shut up. Like, shut up.
You would okay, relax.
It's so annoying. Imagine just outside eating at Jones on 3rd and you're, it's just like, can you not? Like, get a life.
I'd be like, that was the most LA sentence. I'm at Jones on 3rd, right? Enjoying this beautiful
kale salad
with carrot celery juice. And fucking, you bring your 458 up here? Fucking stop.
Stop. I'm trying to talk to my psychic on FaceTime. I need to go get my jewel pods and talk to my psychic on FaceTime. And go to therapy.
I'm on a jewel diet. I'm on a jewel juicing cleanse.
It's a celery jewel pod. Okay? Hear me out. It's really healthy.
And then you put it back in the jewel and you just, there's my nutrients for the day.
And then you hop on the 101 and get off at Pico. And hit the Venice Boulevard.
It's one of those SNL skits that like took me forever to understand like why that was funny.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
You didn't know California, yeah.
I was like, what? It's like, once you get on the 101, take it to the 5 and never get off. I just thought that I was like, okay, like, and then you start quoting it and you're like, oh, that's actually really funny.
Yeah, it's funny when you're here and then you know.
One of them slow hitters.
A slow hitter.
Speaking of amazing things.
Yeah, I got a lot of amazing things to talk about. But I have one specific thing to talk about that's amazing.
I want to hear it.
All right. Well, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but I'm talking about Penrose Hill.
The wine?
The wine. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
Oh, well, when it comes to buying wine, most people's selections have nothing to do with taste. Instead, they base their decisions on which bottle looks the best or what's on sale. Gonna be honest, I've been guilty in the past.
Very true.
Cheapest wine, I buy. Thankfully, now there's First Leaf, the wine club that makes it easy to discover new wines you'll love. First Leaf has created a club experience customized by you. By rating the wines you receive, First Leaf determines your likes and dislikes, and they only send wines you'll love. So we took the First Leaf wine quiz to figure out which wines we would like. It's really cool. There's a little bar, and it's like least like or dislike to like, and you kind of move the bar between what you like and dislike the most, and it's like different flavors.
I was just saying, no surprise, mine was like a sweet tooth, so I was like leaning very sweet wines.
Yeah. And it's like sugary, or if you even hello, it even does foods. Yeah, like certain foods you like, they have like a whole set of like box things you can pick what kind of foods you like and what kind of foods you don't like. So they'll send you wines based on your taste.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
I also love it too because Carly drinks a lot of wine. I don't drink as much wine, so for me, I was like, all right, is it gonna be like beginner over here? And there it was.
Yeah.
Which helped really a lot to be like, hey, I'm pretty new to this, like, and that's like a great starting place to be like, okay, now I've tried these, and then you can kind of switch it up when you want to switch it up. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome. And then Firstly, then created an introductory 6-pack of wine for us, all for just $29.95. So that's 6 bottles of wine for $29.95.
You kidding me?
That's such a good deal.
Best deal.
Very good introductory pack. $29.95. These wines normally go for at least $20 a piece, so you're getting a really good deal.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. And then the bottles arrived. We try them. They're amazing. Yes. And then after you get them, you go online and you rate which the wines you like, what you don't like, and then they'll make a new batch for you and send it. So it just like narrows down on your taste.
I'm excited for mine too.
Yeah, I know. So they curate a shipment, and it just keeps getting better. We love that. So try First Leaf Wine Club today, where buying great wine is simple. Sign up with our link and you'll get an exclusive intro offer. 6 bottles of wine for only $29.95 plus free shipping. Just go to tryfirstleaf.com/COI. That's 6 bottles of wine for only $29.95 plus free shipping at tryfirstleaf.com/COI. COI. Thank you, First Leaf.
Thank you, Firstly.
Thank you. Oh, man. My heart's pounding from the Tesla.
From just thinking about it.
It's so cool.
Take
like
my breath
you
away.
operate it with your phone.
Yeah.
Like you can unlock it. And it's really funny because Jason had to log into it and my car is on the same account as David's. So we were at his house today and he wasn't there yet. And I could see the location of the car and I could hit honk and stuff.
Oh, no way.
I don't know if it worked. I don't know if you have to be like close or anything.
That's really funny.
Yeah, but we were in his car today and I kept hitting honk.
And it would do it?
Yeah. And
he
everyone's
like-
like, what's going on? But David, he's so like,
Quick.
I feel like he figures everything out. He's like, oh, Carly's probably attached to my account. She's hitting it. I'm like, how do you know?
Damn.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Anyways, I'll shut up about my Tesla. I feel rich now. It's fine.
Shut up. Yeah, good luck going to find a charger because we don't have one here.
I know.
Oh, humbled.
Yeah, I'm very humbled. It does kind of suck.
And when I take it and run your battery out and I don't tell you about it and you're mad because there's only 10% battery left.
Oh my God, never do that. I would be so sad.
Anyways, speaking of scams,
Speaking of scams,
so we were talking about scams last week about with like the artists that like scam banks at like $11 million. And
yep.
so it made me think about all this different stuff that has happened in my life. One being there was this energy drink, and I guarantee there's probably a couple of people listening right now that were involved or were asked to be a part of it. It was under Vemma, which was like this company,
Okay.
quote unquote. I'm pretty
Vemma?
sure, yeah.
Okay.
Let me pull them up. But so the one that at the time, dude, I can't remember when this was. Yeah, Vemma Verve. Somebody asked me to be involved with Verve energy drink. So it's like a pyramid scheme.
Oh.
And oh my God, they settled with the FTC, fined $238 million.
What? Wait, what is this?
So energy
Sued
drink pyramid.
$238 million or fined.
Yeah, so it started out like the way they would sell it to you was like this kid tried to sell it to me. It was like, hey man, I'm driving a BMW now, this and that, whatever. So what we do is it's this energy drink, but it's all natural, so it's like good for you. And they had this big pitch because it was on like Dr. Oz or something like that.
Okay.
And he talked about it like on his show, so that gave it like the stamp of approval.
Okay.
And then, so what they would do is they'd be like, okay, so I'm going to get you. So if I get you involved, we'll give you like a case or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then you got to get like 6 other people. Now you can see it's turning into a pyramid scheme because it dwindles down. So he was like, yeah, if you can get 6 people to sign up, like you can be making like $100,000. It was like this crazy thing. So people like buy in and you have to make a certain quota or you pay out of pocket. My friend's little brother was involved. I ended up not doing it. So Vemma, which had total sales of $200 million in 2013 and 2014, marketed its business opportunity to college students, of course.
Right.
And Vemma told the students that for an initial investment of $600 and a mandatory minimum of $150 in product purchases per month, they could earn $500, $5,000, or even $50,000 a month.
Jeez.
And yeah, I knew this dude that was doing it, and yeah, so it was like a big scam. But yeah, I knew this dude that was doing it, and he was like one of those like kids that was like, I'm an entrepreneur, and like whatever.
Oh,
And
I know exactly the type of person you're talking about.
Fucking quote on his Facebook that was like, it was like a whiteboard and like wrote a quote, like whatever. But it was like, I'm not gonna say his name, but it was like, I don't know what it was, but it was like, follow your dreams and you can this and blah, 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 whatever it was. And then he put his name and then signed it. So it was like his quote by him, signed by him on his Facebook album or cover photo. You know, like the top.
Yeah, the cover
I
photo.
was like, what the fuck, bro?
Such a narcissist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like,
Just looks
dude.
dumb.
So yeah, and I remember, he had like, I don't want to like give away who he was, but he basically had like, sold he was involved in another business and then sold everything from that. And then like tried to get me in on this and
Sounds like the Fire Fest guy.
Yeah, and like I kind of like not trolled him, but I was just kind of like, so it's a pyramid scheme. And then he was like, no, it's not a pyramid scheme. I was like, oh, okay, it's an upside down triangle scheme. And like I was just kind of like, it's like, come on, man.
Upside down triangle scheme.
And he ended up
what
blocking
a funny
me.
term.
It was just kind of like, dude, this is obviously
Wait,
not
so was it
legit.
not a real energy drink or it was?
It was. They would send you a case, but and I'm sure I don't know how Dr. Oz didn't get heat for that, but I remember the clip I saw. He was like, "This is what you want." Like he's like talking about something like, "Here's what you could do every day," and he's like, and then add a little bit of this Verve energy drink. Like he just like threw it in. Like that was like his little like
little brand deal.
Yeah, his little what's that called?
Ad placement, product placement,
Product placement,
I think.
endorsement.
Oh,
His
there's
little
so many
endorsement.
terms for it.
There's another one where this is one I want to tell people to be careful of because this happened to my bandmate and I. We stayed at a hotel and we checked in, right? And then like 20 minutes later, I'm in the bathroom. I hear the hotel phone ring like in our room and I was like, what? They must be calling like, hey, you left this or something, you know, like why else are they calling us? We were just down there. I come out and then he goes, okay, bye. And I was like, I was in the bathroom for a minute. You know, I was like, who was that?
Hello?
And he was like, that was the hotel manager. And I was like, oh, what'd they want? And he was like, the car didn't go through, so I just gave him all the info.
Oh,
and I was
God.
like, no way. Are you joking? And he was like, what? I was like, you should have gone down there. There's no way that was.
Yeah.
So I was like, call the front desk.
Yeah.
He called the front desk and they're like, no, we would never do that over the phone. So I was like, bro, 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, there was a purchase in Vegas and then a purchase in like Denver, Colorado.
Holy,
like
they
boom,
work
boom.
fast.
They sent out the info right away.
Oh my
So
God.
we had to cancel the card and dude, I was so mad. I was like,
That's such a smart way to scam somebody. I mean, I feel like most of the time, if somebody's asking you over the phone for your info, don't do it unless it's super secure.
Yeah.
Unless you already know it's your bank or, you know, whatever.
but even then, like it's so easy to fake it. Like, I would like almost always be like, okay, can you get online? Like nowadays, you'd be like, get online. Let's get on like a message here and I'll send it through that.
Oh, that's
you know what
smart,
I mean? Like
yeah.
through Bank of America.
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, I was like, fuck.
Yeah, it's so easy just to like fall into it. Especially if you're at a hotel, it's like, oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
It's just like, who
Yeah.
else would be calling this phone?
Yeah. But I guess, yeah,
God.
they can just. And then we were like, is it somebody on this floor?
Yeah.
So then we were like walking the halls, like seeing if anybody would like pop out. And we like had our eyes on this one guy.
Like
We're
listening to
I
doors.
think it was him. But then it was like anybody could just see
Yeah.
that, you know, whatever.
Did you get the money back?
Yeah.
That's good. That's one thing about banks. I'm always
they
like,
canceled
if
it.
someone like steals my info, I can just get the money back, right? For the most
Yeah,
part.
you should have some sort of.
Yeah, I mean that's happened to me. I think somebody spent like $5,000 before. I don't
what?
remember. It was just one of those cases where like somehow they got my card info, probably from some like ATM or something like that. I don't
Dang.
know. Yeah, it's always so annoying because like we have to send you a new card, and it's like okay, well I can't use my
Yeah.
card for 4 days, and
I
then
know.
God, yeah, that's annoying.
And then another one I remembered. I remembered like all these freaking scams. I don't know if you ever saw this. So were you ever at the mall and then there was somebody like, and I have such a foggy memory of this because it was so long ago. It was like 11 years ago. But did you ever go to the mall and somebody was like, did you ever consider modeling?
Oh yeah,
And
someone
they-
came up to me and
And
asked
hand you
me.
whatever? Well, I got this was a time before I started recording bands and I was like, I want to make money and
Yeah.
like I don't know what I want to do.
The right demographic.
Maybe an agent, maybe like I'm not as a model. As
Oh.
like there was this job offer on I forget what it wasn't Craigslist, it was like some job offer site. And it was like, would you like to make and it was like $3 or $4 grand a month. I was like, what? You can make $3 or $4 grand a month? And I was 19 or something. And I was like, holy shit. And then so I emailed them and whatever and I like was like, I've toured, I've done this, blah, blah, blah. I've been in bands, so I know good talent. Like, it was like dumb shit.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, like, and they basically were kind of like, come to this meeting at this time and da-da-da. And I started to, I was like, okay, let me do some research. Like, something's weird here.
Yeah.
All these stories of this woman scamming people. Basically, you show up and somehow they end up like never paying you. You show up to this meeting and there's like 30 people and they said they're going to select like the best agents, whatever. Then they just place you at malls. And then the only way you get paid is if you get people to sign up.
Oh, so it's another pyramid scheme.
It's like pretty much,
God,
yeah.
they're so annoying.
But there was like one, it was like specifically this woman and her name, and like the name I was showing there would be like, she used to go by this, but now she goes by this. And that was the name, this person I was emailing. And I sent like a screenshot or something to be like, you're scamming people or something.
You did?
She lost her mind. I got to find those
Did she
emails.
email you back? She emailed you back?
Yeah. And she was like, that is not true. Like, those are just people, blah, 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 like whatever.
Oh my, yeah,
Crazy.
please find, I want to read that.
I know, it's got to be in my old email. I got to find that. It's interesting.
This isn't a scam, it's a random story I totally forgot happened. Someone saw me at a mall once and my hair used to be bright red, like pink, and they were like, they're hair people, and they're like, hey, we love your hair, like, would you come to a hair show? And they gave me their card, and I was like, maybe, like, I don't know, because I was kind of like weird about it, and I looked it up, and it was super legit, and I ended up going, and I looked sick. Like, they did my hair cool, they did my makeup.
Sick.
It was like one of those master classes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I was like a hair model for this master
Did
class.
you get paid for it?
I don't think I did. Shit.
I was like,
No, but I got a lot of free product. So
well, that's cool.
I mean, it was
They
just like a
paid
fun
you in product.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
It's a fun experience, and it looked great. You know what else looks great?
What looks great, Bruce?
Creating a professional website by yourself. Over 140 million people use Wix for their website. You can start and publish for free. Choose from over 500 stunning templates or start from scratch. Change, customize, and add anything you want. Add your own text, images, videos, and more. Set up a single design style, create hundreds of pages, and update content in a click. Easily create application forms, quizzes, review sections, and more. Use the old Wix to create our website, which is a couple of issues. You can go to coupleofissues.com and did it all through Wix, and it was super simple. I've talked about this before, but I've tried to, I don't know if code is the right word, but I didn't know what I was doing. I tried to do the HTML, and it's very difficult.
Yes.
So I was like, I wish there was a site where you could just drag and drop, and it would just give you a template to work with. Wix was the superhero I never knew I needed. And yeah, our site looks sick.
It looks
if I
great.
do say so myself. We got a little like thing that updates, whenever we get a new podcast out, shows
So
up on the
nice.
feed. And, we're a business. And if you're using Wix for a business, get an all-in-one business solution to grow your online presence. Millions of businesses use Wix to create websites. Instantly connect your customers. Manage all interactions in one place. You can get started now by going to Wix.com. That's Wix.com/podcast to get 10% off. That's Wix.com/podcast to get 10% off. Thank you, Wix. I love Wix.
Wix.
Do you remember any other scams that you had?
I thought I got scammed last week, but I didn't. I'm just stupid with the hot sauces.
Oh, yeah. You put in the wrong...
I put in the wrong apartment number, and I was contacting the wrong website about my order. And they were like, "We don't have any info about it." I was like, "I got scammed." It was the wrong.
like,
I'm so stupid. I ordered some of the hot sauces from Hot Ones because, I really want to try them. And yeah, it said it got delivered. I was like, "Well, it was not in our mailbox." You know what's weird though? I went to my email. I saw the email that said it had been delivered, like a tracking email, USPS tracking. And I was like, it's not here. And so 2 days later, I waited a couple of days. I was like, maybe the tracking is off and it didn't.
Yeah.
And then I went to search it. And I couldn't find the email. I couldn't find that email. I couldn't find the confirmation email. I couldn't find anything. And I was like, what the fuck? So I found the website and I started DMing them on Twitter. And they were so nice. They're like, yeah, we don't have your info in here. And I was like, this is so weird. I was like, it came out of my PayPal. How did I not get it? And then I forgot what happened. Somehow I Googled the Hot Ones hot sauce and it routed me to a different, or I picked a different website than the official one, which is the same hot sauce, just not the official one. I was like, oh. So then I searched on my email that website, and it came up, and I did the wrong apartment number.
So
it was right, yeah. So
I think you should hold out before you try those and just get them all and do them all. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, you're right.
You've got 2. You know,
They
you
smell
need like
a lot.
5 more, 4 more.
Yeah,
You'd be set.
they smell very pungent.
Very pungent.
Can't wait.
Shall we do some emails?
Yeah, let's do a couple
Do you
emails.
want to pull some up on yours too?
Yeah, let me just log in real quick.
If you want to send us emails, you can send them to coupleofissuespodcast@gmail.com. If you have a funny story, if you need some advice on something, whatever you need. If you want to get something off your chest, you can send it to coupleofissuespodcast@gmail.com. And we'll pick some of our favorites to read every week. You can also follow us at Couple of Issues on Twitter and Instagram and all that fun stuff. Sorry. I'm going to just dive right in here.
Yes, please. Sorry, I'm logging in.
I think
Logging
you
in.
marked most of these, honestly.
Thank you.
Weeks.
I want to read. Oh, this is a good one. I want to read this
started.
one. Should I do this one?
Yeah.
Okay. This is interesting because
I don't think I marked these.
okay, the subject is a Vlog Squad fan scammed me, and this person literally scammed all of us basically too. Like, it's weird.
What?
Yeah. So this, I'll just read the email.
Is this like tea?
Yeah, I mean, you know about it already. You'll when I read it, you'll be like, oh yeah. But it's like weird and not okay. Yeah. So the email says, okay, so this isn't completely my story to tell, and it was more catfishing than a scam, but still. But it was to me, it's a scam. It was crazy. I wasn't that close to this person, but I was in a couple of group chats with them and talked to them a few times off the group chats. Over a few months, this person ran multiple Instagram accounts centered around a young boy with cancer. They made a very elaborate story involving a fake hate page for the kid with cancer, a sister killing herself, a foster brother who had Tourette's, gay dads that would post about their journey of their son, and a boy with cancer. Like, this whole family was just like, had a lot of issues. Most of these people had Instagram accounts that were used daily. Long story short, quite a few people got sucked into this mess, and when this person got attention from the Vlog Squad, literally the next day, he had died. And to think I cried over someone who just wanted attention to the point, they faked a kid dying of cancer. So yeah, this is who I got scammed of. More catfish, blah, blah, blah. So this is so crazy. I remember the username, like everything. I would see this, I would get tagged in it all the time on Instagram of this account, and it was like the dad writing captions and like pictures of this kid in the hospital. And I had been with like David and stuff where he would make videos for him and be like, hey, it's David, I'm here with some of my friends, and we'd all be like, hey, and send it. And I was like, that's so nice he's doing that. Like, this person always just wanted us to, and I'd see like Dirty Dom commenting on his pictures like, get well, buddy, like it was so realistic. And then somehow it got out that it wasn't even real. It's insane. Like, you can't fake that. Like, do not fake that. That's so fucked up. But yeah, basically we were all just thought it was real. It was interesting. I remember Matt King a couple months before.
Nauseous.
Yeah, Matt King a couple months before that was like, this just rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I mean,
I know. It's like,
yeah, it's hard to say, but it's just like, it was insane. We were pissed. I wish I knew who it was.
it just sucks because there's really somebody going through it.
Exactly.
That might be messaging that's not getting, attention at all.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Do you remember that when we were?
Yeah. As soon as you were about to say it, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm
It was
sure
like a round tour. It was like during that time.
It was your
like
last show. You were all talking about it. We
I
found out
remember
it wasn't
talking
real.
about it. Oh my god!
And like some of us, like not me, but I know some people in our friend group had made videos on YouTube on Unlisted and sent it to him because they had requested it, and the people in our friend group were just devastated that it wasn't even real. Like, that's so fucked. That's not a way to get someone's attention. So
Yeah. Oh my god.
yeah, that was bad.
Well, let's switch it up. The IRS scanned me.
Oh shit.
Say my name. Say my name. It's from Shannon. Hey, Calvin and Harris. My name is Shannon. I'm 27. I love the podcast, and the IRS tried me. About 3 years ago, I was fresh out of college, got my first big girl job, and moved to Tennessee. I was at work, settling into my office, and the phone rings, and it just says the number, then United States. I answer the phone, and the man greets me and says that he's calling from the IRS, that I owe a few grand, in back taxes. So obviously my insides fall out of my ass because I've only ever done my own taxes and I probably fucked it up.
Yeah.
Sure, that's believable to me. This son of a nice lady go on about me needing to pay the balance immediately or the local police would come and arrest me immediately. They even went as far as to call me from a 911 to prove that this was not a fucking drill. So I'm getting all the information I need. I even asked for his full name and employee number so I'd have proof of who I talked to and shit.
That's smart.
I'm sweating and hyperventilating at this point. And then this motherfucker said to me, we accept payments in credit card or Target Kroger gift cards as payment.
What? Oh my. Okay, if you're gonna scam. Like don't say you accept Target or Kroger gift cards.
I know. My fear turns into a side eye so damn quick. I said, okay, it'll take me 15 minutes to get to a Kroger, and they said they would stay on the line. This IRS worker is like, I'm super busy, I gotta get that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'll wait. I really need that.
God.
I need that Kroger gift card.
That's so funny.
So I sat on my phone and I sat my phone down and went about my day. So the IRS didn't really try to scam me, but some jackass in a foreign country tried to. Had clickbait for y'all.
Oh, that's funny.
Here's a picture of my fur babies, Peach and Missy.
Oh, there's pictures of puppies.
Oh, cute
they're
pups.
perfect pups. The
They got
black
cute
lab.
tongues, too.
And, yeah.
They got like spots on their
they're
tongues.
so happy. That happened to one of my friends, and she started bawling and like called her family. Like, I don't know what to do.
Oh, for like the IRS thing?
Yeah. And they're like,
With Kroger gift cards?
well, I don't know if that was
Kroger's a
a part of
grocery
it.
store if people don't know what Kroger is.
Yeah. But I don't know if that was a part of it or not. But what was I gonna say? The IRS will never, I don't think they ever call you. You get mail.
Yeah, you just pay it.
Yeah, just do your taxes. I feel this, yeah.
No, I mean, they'll mail you, and then I think I've gotten called before. Maybe not for IRS. No, that was for a hospital bill. Man, some
No,
saint,
just my friend.
some saint out there, some woman, my old insurance, I ended up in the ER. This is the opposite of a scam. Almost, well, I guess. But I was on tour, 2015, Grow Wild Tour. Coming back to the Austin Jones shit. This is after he's been kicked off the tour. Continuing the story. Lies, back it up. It was before the tour even started. First night, I get deathly sick, and everything's coming out of me.
Yeah.
And it's green, and it's gross.
Love that.
And I love that for me.
Love that for you.
And I'm like, okay, what's going on here? I need to go to the hospital because I couldn't keep anything. I need the emergency immediately. Nothing's staying inside. And so I show up. They did blood. They took a stool sample, and they gave me an IV. I was there maybe an hour. And then they're like, cool, you're on your way. Everything looks fine. You just have some sort of stomach bug or maybe food poisoning. I was like, okay, cool. So I'm on my way and go about the rest of the tour. Come back from the tour, and I get a bill for like 18 grand. Something like that. It was something crazy.
God.
Call my insurance. I'm like, hey, make sure to cover this because I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, no, you did that. That was out of network. That was in Arizona. We don't cover that. And I was like, what? And I was like, hey, can I contest this or something?
Yeah.
Can I phone a friend? Like, what's going on here? So, yeah, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to deal with this. And then they're like, call this person. Then I would call this person. Then I called the hospital. And the hospital's like, you got to take up with them. And then I would go to them. And they're like, nope, you still got to pay. So this went on back and forth for like a year.
Yeah.
And they were like, you have to pay. They started calling me all the time, like, you have to pay this, da-da-da-da. I was like, I don't have this money. I don't have said money. That's why I pay for insurance.
Yeah.
And eventually, literally right before I moved out to LA, it had been like over a year that this was going on. I get on the phone with this lady. And I'm like, look, I just want to take care of this. If I can go on some sort of payment plan, this has been like a headache for me. She goes, what's the situation? I walk her through the whole thing. She goes, okay, you had health insurance through us. And I was like, yep. And I was like, but I was out of network. She goes, let me look into it. She looks into it. I'm on hold for like 5 minutes. And I'm like, here we go again. She's going to be like, okay, whatever. She comes back on the line. I kid you not. She goes, okay, it's all taken care of.
Oh, so nice.
And I was like,
thank God.
okay, what do I owe? She goes, do not worry about it. I was like, you are the sweetest person in the world. Of course, she was Southern because they're the sweetest people in the world.
Yeah, of course.
And so shout out to that lady. I wished her the best luck for the rest of her life on the phone. Told her I loved her and I would propose if I didn't meet my future wife.
All right.
And then I met you.
I mean, I don't blame you, I guess. I would probably do the same.
Sorry. I'm
No,
tangenting.
that's awesome.
No, that's awesome.
That's fucking awesome, yeah.
That's a story we love.
I want to read. Did you start this one? I want to read it.
I might have. I don't know. Yeah, you can read it.
All right, cool. I'm gonna read that. Whoa, okay. I've never been scammed, but my roommate did in either our freshman or sophomore year of college. Her parents were really restricting the amount of money they were giving her, so she was trying to find a quick and easy way to make money. Always a good start to a scam story. She decided to try using care.com to get some babysitting jobs since she had a good amount of experience babysitting. It started with a woman reaching out saying that she was moving to our town. Oh, no, I started this one.
Yeah, I was like,
remember that.
I don't know this at all.
It started with a woman reaching out saying she was moving to our town soon and would need a babysitter when she got there. The catch was that her son was in a wheelchair and would require special attention, but that also meant better pay. Seemed plausible so far. Then the mom said she needed to buy her son a new wheelchair and have it shipped to our town to be ready for him when they got there. Okay, getting a little weird. She said she would send my roommate a check for a couple $1,000s so my roommate could order it and then keep whatever money was left over. Sounds fishy, but this woman had an elaborate sob story about the rest of the family dying, so my roommate felt bad and took the bait. They sent her the check. She tried to deposit it. The check bounced, and they got her banking info. I don't remember how much they took from her, but I do remember it took a lot of sorting out with the bank. This is apparently a popular scam. So if
Wait. Back that up. She deposited the check, and then those people now have her bank info?
I guess. Now that I'm reading it, I don't completely understand that either. She deposited... They sent her the check. She tried to deposit it. The check bounced, and they got her banking info.
Maybe because when it goes... I don't know.
Someone please... we're going to get so many comments. They're like, it's this, guys.
I'm a bank teller. These are always the emails we get.
Yeah, I'm a bank teller.
Listen to episode 55 right now. I'm actually a bank teller. So
no, honestly...
It was really cute, you guys trying to figure it out. But obviously, the numbers of the accounting number register to what state they're in. So therefore, they could already know what bank they're
Like, seriously.
I'm not throwing shade at anybody. It's just funny. We're dumb.
Yeah, we just don't know the world that well.
So
if you're a bank teller, please email us.
Sorry, we're in 2019 and we do online banking.
Yeah, sorry I have an app for my bank. I don't fucking get other
Sorry, we made a website through Wix and we just deal with that. We don't deal with this checking bullshit.
Oh, so it's a popular scam. So if you ever get involved or approached, don't take the bait.
Sounds like a YouTube video. Top 5 most.
Top 5 most the top 5 scams you may encounter in your lifetime. Let's start with number 1.
You know those like all those YouTube videos that it bothers me so much that somebody doesn't voice it over. It's like top 5 most popular.
Oh,
it's like
yeah, I know.
Like Google translated thing.
It's like a robot.
Yeah,
the best one is that
do
girl. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like some girl has a really...
that girl.
Well, it's like one girl who has a bunch of them, and she has a really soothing voice. And she's like, Taylor Swift... Oh, no. And Taylor Swift... I can't do it. I can't do it justice. But apparently it's fake. And if you Google it, it pops... Oh, wait, there's a whole website about it. Maybe it says how that they get their money or get their banking info. Because I'm stupid.
Hold on, Can I do this?
Yeah.
Will this work?
Top 5 koi pond scams of 2019.
Oh my God, that sounds
You know
like
what I
it.
mean?
Yeah.
Let me do it one more time just for you guys.
Top 5 koi pond scams of 2019.
Why'd she get drunk on the second
Yeah,
one?
she got tips.
Top 5 koi pond scams. When you Google too much. I don't know what that means.
Me neither. I'm loopy. It's almost midnight.
I know. And we have to do something tonight after this.
Yeah, we have to tell David something.
So I wanted to do one email of,
Oh
my
my
gosh, she got
God.
a cute ass
I
dog.
can't even look at that. It's so cute.
This is an interesting email. This is not a scam. This is just a little issue
Okay.
of the couple
I
sort.
love that. Send us issues to coupleofissuespodcast@gmail.com.
No subject.
That's
None
fine.
needed.
Okay.
Hey, Carly and Bruce. Love you guys and this podcast so much. I actually found Carly and Aaron before I even started watching David's or anyone else's videos.
Woo!
And you have been my favorite channel for the past 3 years,
Oh,
probably.
thank you. That's awesome.
From the And We Died times.
Oh my God.
Those are your old.
We put "and we died" after every title as a joke.
Yeah.
We went to the bank and we died. Like you just said that as like clickbait.
We got scammed and we died.
And we died.
I listen to the podcast when I deliver for Uber, and it entertains me for hours.
Aw.
Sometimes I catch myself hysterically laughing while driving, and then I remember people can see me and probably think I'm crazy. Oh, I wonder how many Koi Pond members Lyft or Uber and listen with people in the
Oh,
car.
that's interesting.
Because I've listened to podcasts in people's cars
Yeah,
before.
me too.
It's really interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah. My question is, and this is a really interesting email coming from this perspective. My question is, how do I come to terms with, get over, become comfortable with my own self-guilt after I realized how toxic and narcissistic I was in a relationship?
Whoa.
My boyfriend and I have been dating for 3 years. But around a year ago, I started behaving really badly to him. I got jealous of him hanging out with his friends and not me. Oh, God, why am I so weird with sentences?
What?
I got jealous of him hanging out with his friends and not me.
You said it totally normally. Go, why am I so weird with sentences?
Because I put in my head, I said I got jealous of him hanging out with his friends and not me. It's just like this
I
weird
think the
beat.
pause sounded longer to
Yeah.
you. Anyway, sorry.
With his friends and not me, would get upset when he chose to make plans with other people and even accuse him of trying to meet other girls when he would text me back less frequently than I liked. At the time, I couldn't recognize what I was doing until I calmed down from my fit of rage towards him, which was usually a couple of hours later, and I would hate myself for it and apologize endlessly, but I never felt like the jealousy resided until a few months ago. Not sure why or how, but he always stuck with me and believed that the real me was hiding behind this jealous person.
Oh,
And thank God he was patient enough, because I think I truly changed and will forever be grateful for him and his
that's
patience.
really sweet. That he,
I now don't feel jealousy anymore. Encourage him to have friends and hang out with them, and I just feel happier and like my mind is much clearer now. I'm not exactly sure how this change happened, and whether it was the environment I was in, living in a small dorm and only leaving my room to go to work, or if it was my brain understanding that I couldn't continue living like that. But thoughts still come up where I can't help but feel self-hatred for the way I treated him.
oh.
I know he forgives me, but that doesn't seem like enough to settle my mind. Do you think I just need more time to pass before I can truly get over it, if I ever do get over it? Or are there steps I should take to help myself? Sorry for the really long vent and serious question, but your unprofessional advice seems to make sense to me. By the way, here's a dog of my photo. No, by the way, here's a photo of my dog, because I know you guys love some good pups.
Oh.
It's a good pup.
And that's so crazy you're able to just change unless you were in therapy or something. I don't know how someone could just change.
Well, I think
really
it's
cool.
you watch
you're more
your
comfortable.
behavior change, and then you go back to where you were. So I think the most important part of that is that self-awareness and the taking responsibility for that, and knowing that it was on you. Like, oh, this isn't right. Because a lot of people in that situation would be like, I'm going to justify the reason I'm doing this. Yeah, I know I'm being, manipulative or toxic or whatever, because I'm afraid he's doing this or that. But then you would find reasons. Well, he did, and then you could paint him in such a negative light, a lot of people do. And then it's like other people around you are like, oh yeah, that's crazy. Screw him. Yeah, of course you should be hitting him up 90 times a night.
90 times. That's true. Sometimes environment just changes the perspective.
Ooh. Write that down.
Changes the perspective.
Seriously, though,
It does.
Yeah.
It truly does. It's really weird. I feel like I was not like that, but when we weren't living together, and more the beginning of our relationship, if you were working a couple nights in a row, I had this weird anxiety about I don't know where it comes from, but I'd be like, oh, this is going to be our whole relationship now. We're never going to hang out at night. So I'd get overworked about it and be like,
really?
oh my gosh, this is so weird. And I don't think he misses me if I miss him. I don't know. It was this whole weird thing. But I would tell you that. I feel like maybe I didn't. I don't know. And, but I think as our relationship progressed, I kind of I didn't feel that way. But then as soon as now we live together, and I'm so over that. It's
If I go away, do you feel that?
Go away?
Like if
If I go away?
like go in the clink, book them, boys.
Yeah, I mean, probably be a little
SWAT
sad if you're in
comes
jail.
in.
but-
No, like even like when like I would take like a songwriting trip to Nashville.
oh, yeah.
Or is
I mean,
it in
it's
your head like this is gonna be forever? Like or like tour is a perfect example.
Tour is like different because that's like your goal is to be away all the time if you're going to be touring well, it is like if you're going to be touring all the time.
My goal isn't to be away all the time. I don't want to be away all the time.
Well, I guess I mean like a lot like musicians like to get successful they have to tour a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's like oh he's going to be gone all the time. But I'm not like I don't feel stressed about that as much anymore. The thing is that I think the way I feel is way more healthy where it's like I just miss you when you're gone. It's not like I overwork about it. I get overworked about it.
Have you ever, even with like friends, like if like even your friend Caitlin from high school,
Yeah.
like was she ever like out with other people and you were like, oh, I want to be hanging out with her? Would you ever kind of like pull up some stuff like you should be here right now? Like ever get that way? When I was younger, I've definitely been guilty of that.
Really? I get well like when I
My
would
high
go
school
home-
relationship,
Oh, bad.
we were bad. Like
I feel like that's just
toxic.
high school though.
Yeah.
Like if I go home for Christmas, I'm gone for like 2 weeks or something. I get in my head and I'm like with my friends like Zane and David. I'm like, is that even real? Like we're not even gonna hang out now. I don't know. I just it gets really weird. But I know how unrealistic it is, and like therapy has helped me so much.
Yeah.
Like to just be like, well, just live right now.
Yeah.
Everything is the same. Nothing is different.
Yeah, you've changed
know.
like for the better,
Yeah.
like a lot since we've dated.
Yeah.
Like you've the way you carry yourself, it's like crazy. It's
Really?
really cool. Yeah, you're really confident and secure.
Is it the blonde?
It's very sexy. I'm just gonna
Thank
say.
you.
Anyways, back to this email.
Yeah, let's talk about me.
I was gonna say I think you're always gonna have it's probably still so fresh that you feel almost like maybe silly, you know, like
Yeah.
you feel like ugh, like we always do stuff where we kind of beat ourselves up for it. If you keep beating yourself up for it and not forgiving yourself, you're never going to grow from it. Your boyfriend is obviously super patient and understanding through that. So as long as you can, you know, you've obviously, it sounds like you've admitted your faults, grown from it, and gotten past it. So I think it's like really important to just like know that like, okay, let's put that behind us and like move on. You're always going to feel a little bit of guilt,
Yeah.
but like it worked out. It'd be bad if like that happened, he broke up with you and now you're trying to deal with it.
Yeah.
But
That's
think
really
it's-
sweet that he was like, no, I knew she was under there. Like, that's so to cry.
I know, that's a movie.
so sweet. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you have, but I mean, just like tell him how much you appreciate it. And
Yeah.
like, thanks for sticking with me. I know we've had that conversation. Like, thank you for sticking with me through like whatever.
Both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think
That's a relationship, though. Like,
Yeah.
no relationship is going to be perfect. You're going to have shit that happens, and that's probably your shit, you know?
Yeah.
That's the
And
bumps.
And I mean, we still deal with it where it's like you're never going to be, realistically, you're never going to be on the same page at the same time in your relationship. It's like very rare that it's like we're both ready for this and we're both at this stage in
Yeah.
our life and we both got that job promotion. Now we're ready for this. Like there's always like, you got that job promotion. Now I'm struggling because I'm like trying to make it work for myself, but I need to make money.
Yeah.
And it's like this kind of like, sort of
Yeah.
like back and forth thing. And it's like, emotionally one of us isn't ready for this, but the other one is. And then
Yeah.
it's like, it's all.
It's a wall.
It's all in the balancing act. No, but it's all in the balancing act, honestly. That's what I've, from our relationship,
Yeah.
what's been the biggest thing that's worked is patience and persistence
Yeah. And I feel like we don't really get jealous of each other.
of
not,
each other.
Not like of, like jealous
I
in a
do.
healthy way, but jealous of like, oh, Bruce, like, he made this really cool music video. Like, I wish I could make a music video
Oh,
like that.
oh, yeah,
or
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, Carly's doing brand deal. Like, I wish I could get brand. Like, we're not like
Could
that.
you imagine? I mean, that's bad. I've seen that.
Yeah.
There's definitely relationships. It's like
Because then
a
you start
competition.
resenting. And,
Yeah.
Like when I got the Tesla, after
Dude,
it
I
happened, I was like,
cried.
yeah, I was like, imagine if you were the kind of boyfriend that was like, oh, cool, you got a cool new car now. Like
Yeah.
I could just imagine some boyfriend being that way, and it's just like,
Well, we'll end on this note because it's a really funny little picture to put in your guy's brain. We were all at David's. You got the Tesla already. Heath and I are gonna take the Ferrari. We're gonna pick up food for everybody. So we go and they forgot something and it was going to take a little bit longer. So they were like remaking pasta or something for us. So he's like, oh, David uploaded the vlog. Do you want to watch while we wait? And I was like, yeah. I fucking just started like crying,
Aw.
like tears coming down. I was like, is it bright out or what's going on? But just seeing it, like, I don't know. Just like, that's so fucking cool, man.
Oh, thank you.
And just like, you were so genuinely happy.
Oh my God, I was shocked.
Like all the pictures and all the pictures and videos of you, like, I just love
Oh my
looking at them.
God. Well, thank you. I mean, I feel like when, like for caring like that. I mean,
Well,
I know
that's
it just
what-
happens.
you
but
should.
I know. It's like when somebody
In
you
your
love-
relationship,
when
you should.
When somebody you love is excited like that, you just get happy
Yeah.
for them. It's just like, I'm so glad they got that. Like,
If your
man.
significant other, if that happens for your significant other and you're mad or
That's an
upset, like,
issue.
why not me? Like,
that's bad.
hey, dude,
Yeah. You're a team.
let's rethink it.
You're a freaking team.
On that note, make sure to send us emails, podcast@gmail.com. Make sure to subscribe. Leave us a good review on iTunes as well. I think that helps with charting, and we're
Yeah.
trying to,
Let's just
battle
try to
with
be number one with everything.
beat out Scott Cast views.
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. Congratulations.
Theo Von,
Theo
all
Vaughn. Maybe we'll have them all on the podcast. And
At the same time.
yeah. But yeah, make sure to follow my girl here at Carly Encontro.
And follow my boy at Bruce Wigner, Wiegner.
Thank you for always spelling it.
You're welcome.
Very
I
sweet.
just know it's hard to spell. Wigner is like confusing, I think.
Okay, well,
It's
you
a
don't need the
fucked
shade.
up last name.
You don't need to shade
It's not a good last name. It's not a good last name. Well, your dad, it's not a good last name. Sorry.
Maybe I'll take your last name if we get married.
Well, I'm not taking yours. It's a dumb last name. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
On that note, we'll see you guys next week for another episode of
We break up after this.
Breaking Up Issues.